We are in the year 1720 and it's a summer day. The sun is shining and someone gets born. The broker, and he screams.
The South Sea Company.
And the rich people came and wonder, what's that? And the broker had a clear answer. It was
Money.
And the hot shit started. People had started to invest all their money in this company. And it looked good. The money floated. On the timeline we were about here, between joy and greed. People bought the stock because it was going up. And not many of them have done much research. But what really did this company? To put it simple, they trade goods from Britain to Asia. They also had other businesses, but to that we are coming in a moment. Also, it was a little bit of a Ponzi scheme, but nobody was really interested in that and made calculations. And at that time nobody knew about the PE ratio or other important things to value a stock. The only thing they knew was the hot shit. And that was not the end. Not only the stupid and uninformed bought the stock, even the smart Isaac Newton bought it. He started his investment at the very beginning, somewhere in the stealth phase. And then he sold after the first media attention, pretty happy. But then the stock shot up and he had to go back in. I think that's how it went in his head. How all my monkey friends making money and I'm not. So he thought about something and decided to invest a huge sum, namely 60 million. And before I made this video, I didn't know that Isaac Newton was such a rich investor of apples. But after this, it just went downhill. The company was primarily a trading company, but the big upswing in the stock caused by the announcement that they have been granted the only principal trading license by the British government to trade slaves. The slave market at that time was pretty profitable, and I'm sure Isaac Newton knew that, this capitalist pig. So maybe it was good that he lost all his money. But the South Sea Company made good impression of making money. The marketing promised 6% returns on their investments. So the stock rose even if they don't make so much money. Nobody was talking about it and the people had better things to do. Like hunting, spend time with their family or laughing at their good investments. Even the British government was convinced about this company. They were one of the first who the parliament allowed to take over national debt with a low interest. Now they not only have obligations from private individuals, but also from the state. Britain was happy, but not for long, because in the September a revolution started. The people noticed that something was wrong. In the beginning it just looked like a normal up and down, but it was a bull trap. It all happened quite fast and fear spread. People didn't want it to be true. And it happened. The stock was on fire and everybody was looking into it. But at the end they sold and most of the investors lost 80% of their money. And the worst part was that there was no real reason. So Newton and his buddies decided never to invest in stocks again, and it stayed that way. Even the British government wanted to initiate investigative measures. So they asked themselves, what should we do? And some clever dick said regulations, but that would be ridiculous. So they decided just to be angry, really angry. So at the end, really nothing has changed. But we can learn something. Like never buy a stock which you don't understand. Or just follow the crowd because all of your neighbors buying the stock. And the most important lesson of this video, even if you're smart, you can lose money in the stock market if you don't follow certain rules. And of course, don't buy a stock only because somebody screams at you and says it's a good investment. So you made it to the end of this video. I really appreciate it and I hope you like and subscribe. At the end, I would like to say that I want to form a community around this investment bubble on YouTube. So if you want to talk about stocks or finance in general, then write it in the comments.